Cordigale, Son Costa Cunda Ardwaga, Boalum, Forge Road, Gagaktin and On behalf of Armagh County Board, I would like to welcome each and every one of you here tonight. You're most welcome to the launch of My Armagh Night at the Dogs. My Armagh is the fundraising arm of armagh-gaa, and I have a couple of apologies before I start. Apology from our County Secretary Paul Duggan, who couldn't make it tonight, County Treasurer Gerard Boyle, who couldn't make it, and our hurling rep Liam Ross, who couldn't make it because Liam is on holidays. And if Liam, if you're watching out there in faraway fields on Linwood's Armagh TV, all I can say is enjoy your holidays. When you come back, there's plenty of work waiting on you. The business, Jerry wants to explain, Jerry Boyle asked me to say to you, the business of running our games in Armagh can be a very costly exercise, particularly when we have a successful year, because the longer you play in a season, the more expensive it is. But based on what Jerry has said, I hope next year is even more expensive than this one, because this has been a good year for Armagh. It's great to see the trophy sitting at the top table, and it's great to be joined by two members of our senior panel, Andrew Morning and Phelim O'Neill. And I would like to say, boys, well done on Saturday night's achievement. It's been a brilliant year for so far. Keep it going. The funding for Armagh County Board and all our games in hurling, football and handball comes from three main sources. Approximately 1/3 comes from our clubs, 1/3 comes from Crow Park, and the remaining third from sponsorship and events such as this here, what we're launching tonight. Without that proper funding, it would not be able to provide the level of games that we do within the county, from our club leagues and championships to our academies and to our senior county teams. For us to see our academies, our underage structures and every level achieved, we need funds, and we need a lot of it. All the proceeds from the Night of the Dogs will be used in the development of our games within the county, and hopefully, ultimately, bring armagh-gaa all the success that is demanded from our supporters. That is why we need all your help in making this event a major success for the county of Armagh. The Armagh Fundraising Committee is chaired by John Lennon, who's here tonight, alongside our County Chairman Paul McArdle. And John is very ably assisted by a very loyal, hard-working bunch of people, many of who are here tonight and are helping out in fundraising for the very first time. And I know that most of those people would know from coming to games here all along, and they wouldn't mind me singling out a few of those people. We have the likes of Malachy Hughes and Eugene Riley and people like that who stand outside there night in, night out, selling half-time draw tickets. And those half-time draw tickets might look small on the night, but at the end of the year, that amounts to a lot of money. Malachy is also involved with Darren and people here in the room in our breakfast forum, in the patron scheme, and a whole lot of other activities that go on all the time in Armagh-gaa that people don't actually really see going on. I'm delighted we're joined tonight by some of our sponsors here. Martin Hamill's here from Rainbow Communications, and Patrick McCann's here from Simply Fruit, and John Lennon from Lenco Utilities. And we're also going out live tonight all across the globe, courtesy of Linwood's TV, which is sponsored by John Woods and his company, Linwood's Armagh. We're so lucky to have sponsors of that calibre. It's a great pleasure to be involved with all these people, and a delight to work with each and every one of them for the benefit of the GA in this county. I'm going to ask John Lennon, as Chairman of the Fundraising Committee, to say a few words, and I'm going to hand you over now to John.
Thanks, Michael. I'm not going to repeat anything that Michael's already said here. I'm not going to give you a sermon from the Mount either. First of all, I'd just like to thank our current sponsors again, all that who are sponsors to date in the current year and who have been sponsors previously, and that again we're probably tapping for more funds. So thank you very much in advance for all our corporate and other donators. I'd also like to mention that one other person that works very hard in the fundraising committee and drives the fundraising committee as well is a guy called Kieran McGeaney, and he's unavailable tonight because he's trying to put some wheels in motion to win a match in the next few weeks, so he can't be here tonight. But I spoke to him about an hour ago, and I've got a sub here behind me for him. You can see this is Bridget McGeaney as well, who is coordinating and driving this fundraising venture for us. So I'd just like to thank Bridget in advance for what she's done, what she's going to do. We're running one major fundraising event a year, and I say one because this is the only one we're running. I know in past years we have maybe tried to do 2 or 3 different fundraising events, and it's been taxing on people, volunteers especially, and club members, and you're all club members sitting down there. I'm a club member myself, and it's quite difficult to marry the two when you're trying to fundraise for your county and trying to do so for your club and trying to run and manage, and in some cases maybe chair your own clubs and things like that. So there's going to be one fundraising event, and this is going to be it. So essentially that means we get one hit at this to make and to raise the funds that we require. And at least anybody beyond any illusions, the funds we require are not insignificant. And I'm sure when it comes to the end of the year, our treasurer will let you know what it takes to run the county for the 12 months, and he'll also let you know where these funds have went to. But I can tell you in advance where they're going to, so then you won't have to ask him in December. These funds are going for the playing of our Gaelic games and for associated activities in Armagh. It's not to do anything other than that. They're to fund our playing facilities and our teams across all codes and all age groups. And that includes our Orchard Academy, headed up by Paul McGrain, as I'm sure you're aware. It includes all the other codes without mentioning any by name. So that's what these funds are for. To date, we've put in place some training facilities. We obviously need more training facilities. We need logistics, travel arrangements, you name it. The same as club teams need. We just need a lot more of them, unfortunately. We have a training facility at the moment. We're building that. We're sorting out an outside training facility with the payoff money on leases and so on for all these facilities. So that's essentially, in a nutshell, what these funds are for that we're going to raise. And I'm hoping that, obviously, right up from our corporate sponsors that are going to sponsor races, dogs, and you all have got the literature, right down to the £20 that you people collect. It's vitally important that we get a go at this and we do it right. It's most important we get one hit at it and we don't come back when the game is over and say, what if? The what if question, folks, is no point in having it. So whenever the game is over, the game is over. There won't be any extra time in this one or penalty kicks or anything like that. So I've not really much more to say except that I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope everybody has a good time, does their best, and without any queries or any issues that we have, we resolve as we go along. But most importantly, we try and maximise the efforts we make in the fundraising night, and then at the end of that we have a good night to ourselves, as well as raising some much needed funds for our county. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. I'd now like to call on one of the senior players, a man who was part of the panel that won this lovely trophy here on Saturday night. Would you put your hands together, please, for Phelim O'Neill?
I'm not going to speak too long about why I'm here tonight. Basically, what I'm here to do is promote Gaelic games throughout Armagh. First of all, I'd like to thank the County Board for inviting me and Andrew here today. A night at the Dogs is a vital night for us to create funds, much needed funds, to improve our facilities and to translate those facilities and that work that we're doing in those facilities into more silverware throughout the year. I know last Saturday we did win the first silverware in a few years in Croke Park, and hopefully come September, the third weekend in September, we can translate your support into more silverware. And a night at the Dogs in Dundalk will greatly help us and benefit us toward that ultimate goal. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks very much for coming out for the support, and hopefully see you in the championship in a couple of weeks' time.
Thanks very much, Phelim. Our county chairman, on the right here, Paul McArdle, is now going to say a few words to us as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Just first of all, I want to say thanks to Phelim. Obviously, the plan is to win more silverware, because I was hoping I'd be able to hide behind that cup, but it's going to take a much bigger one to hide me, and hopefully that will come here at the end of September. I just want to maybe touch on a different group of people who are vital to this. I'm standing here and I'm looking down at the faces that I see here at everything we do in Armagh. The same faces come back and help us out, and you are the people that will make this event a success. The foot soldiers are on the ground, and I'm delighted that you're here, and I know over the next few weeks you'll be working hard to ensure that this is an extremely successful event for Armagh. I want to thank Phelim, as I said, and Andrew for coming here tonight. These boys are much more used to being on a green field chasing a white ball, but Philip spoke very well there, and we're delighted to have you here, boys, and many congratulations on the night that you gave us last Saturday night in Croke Park. I also want to wish our hurlers the best as well in the Nicky Rackard Cup, which starts on Saturday here at 5 o'clock against Louth, and hopefully we'll have a big support here cheering them on their way. I'm delighted that our main sponsors have taken time out of their exceptionally busy schedules to be here tonight. Martin Hamill of Rainbow, Patrick McCann of Simply Fruit, and John Lennon, of course, as well. We're indebted to you men, and I know you enjoy your involvement with Armagh as well, but what you do for us is invaluable, and we're very lucky to have you. Thank you. I want to thank the local press, because fellas, without you promoting our games, you know, it just simply wouldn't be as successful. With all this new social media and electronic media, I was born in the early 60s, so I still rush to the back page of the paper at the weekend, or the Irish News on a Tuesday to see fixtures, etc. So I'm very grateful for what you do to promote our games, and I'm grateful that you're here tonight to promote this event. I know you all have Armagh at heart, and thank you for the work that you do and the support that you'll give us over the next couple of weeks. I think I've seen a couple of our hurlers come in there as well, so lads, thanks very much for coming and joining us here tonight. Like all events, there's hiccups along the way, but I guarantee you this will be a successful event. Absolutely 100% I'm sure that this will be a successful event, and quite frankly it's down to the calibre of people that we have organising and working on it. So be in no doubt this will be a fantastic night on the 6th of June in Dundalk. And if anybody knows anything about dogs, please let me know, because I wouldn't have a clue which one to back. But as a Middletown man, I'll probably back the black and white one every time, but there you go. Anyway, that's all really I have to say. I hope you all really enjoy the event on the 6th of June. I'm sure you will. No pressure on the hurlers, but I hope they're bringing the Nicky Rackard Cup up the road that afternoon, and they'll be stopping in Dundalk, and they'll be made more than welcome. And the last thing I want to say is, if you can, anybody in this room or anybody who's watching us all over the world, sponsor a race, sponsor a dog, take an ad in our programme, book a couple of seats in the restaurant, or buy a ticket for the event, and you will be helping Armagh, because we are on a journey to bring Armagh back to the top in both football and hurling in Ireland, and nothing's going to stop us doing it. And events like this are essential to help us on our way. So thank you all for coming tonight, and I hope to see you all in Dundalk and many more of you. And good luck when it comes to putting a wee wager on the dogs on the night. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Paul. I'd just like to say to you all now, there are tickets available here, anyone wants to partake. There are sponsorship leaflets here with the various levels of sponsorship, what we are going to do. We'll all be hitting the trail in the next coming days to do our very best to make this the wonderful success that our footballers, hurlers and all our athletes in this county deserve. We want to put the very best there for them, and this is the way of doing it, by generating revenue for them. Thanks very much for your attendance tonight. I'd also like to thank the people who have joined us online all over the world, courtesy of Linwood's Armagh TV. Thanks again to our sponsors for their attendance, and to each and every one of you, good night and thank you, and hope to see you all in Dundalk for the Greyhound night. Thanks very much.